Guys, I gotta hold it up because it's like the other one is like basically looking at me, so that's not cool. I don't. It's just weird. Oh, that's hot mess. Yeah. So guys, oh my gosh, I love the show 13 Reasons Why. It's wonderful. I had heard about it before. Like I watched the first season last month. I believe I watched it. I heard about it before, but I never actually watched it until that time. I don't know when it exactly came out to be. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't know what 13 Reasons Why, it's basically a Netflix original, and it's so daggone awesome. Trust me, it's awesome. It's basically a story about a high school student and the problem she had before she committed suicide and what contributed to this happening. And now her name is Hannah Baker, and now it's basically rolling. After first they had reasons why. That's why it's called 13 Reasons Why. She gave 13 reasons, the reason why these people, basically how they affect her life and why she killed herself because of the problems that she was having, and how she felt rejected and she was bullied and all this stuff. And now in season 2, basically, they went because her parents. Well, first it was her parents, and then now just her mom and her father came back in to basically sue the school and blame the school why the school's not taking better care of the students and why the reasons why she had died and things like that. Basically, trying to hold the school accountable. The verdict came in and the school wasn't responsible, and then it was a guy who had raped her at one point, and obviously before she died, and they basically gave him a slap on the wrist for raping this little black girl. She's half black, half white, girl, and it was just it's a lot of like, you see how bullying start, you see how they treat the gay people in there, you see how they basically sexualize girls and have these lists, and they basically date rape a lot of the girls on the campus. And before the whole baseball team had a popular kids basically from the school, but the popular girls don't run it as much as just the popular jocks run it. And how that, and at the end of the second, which is kind of crazy because last week we had another shooting in America, if you didn't know, a school shooting. When I say shooting, and at the end it's kind of crazy because this week at the end of the second show, they had a dance, and because of what the jocks had done, it's time for me to leave already. Crap. Damn, I feel like time has rushed. I need to get my daughter to get together and about to leave. So basically, sorry, I'm coming, guys. Basically, they're telling you, and the thing at one part in the scene when the guy ended up being a shooter is like, honestly, some of these kid shooters, I honestly could blame the students because they kind of bring on this. It sounds kind of bad. Kind of bring on yourself because. You do stuff to people and you think it doesn't have a repercussion, and when they come back hard and they're not just fighting you, trying to kill you, then you trying to run out of school like, oh, I'm trying to hide. But you literally drove this person to madness, and it's kind of crazy because the guy named Tyler, all right, another kid had actually tried to commit suicide also, but he didn't actually die. He tried attempted suicide. He ended up having a bullet going in his head and come like on the back wall or something like that. And he was I don't think he was a jock. Was he a jock? No, he's like a jock friend, whatever like that. But the guy who ended up almost shooting up the school, but his friends stopped him from doing it. He actually gonna shoot up the dance, which everybody's there, then one area is kind of actually smart to do that the dance if you think about it, because everybody's in one concentrated area already, unless they're at the bathrooms. You feel me? I'm not saying somebody should go out and do this because that's just plain out crazy. People should not resort to violence, but sometimes some people bring it on themselves. Kind of sad. But one of the characters in the show, you guys, Hannah Baker's the main, but the main guy character, you could say, he stopped him from doing that. And crazy thing, I don't know why he took the gun, yeah, but he should know the guy had more guns. But he kept the gun in his hand, so I guess it's gonna be my friend said it's gonna be a third chapter series of the show. But I'm like, the police probably gonna think he's the one who's trying to shoot the school because he has a gun in his hand. Like, why would you take the gun from the dude? But anyway, his other friend came around out of nowhere in his car and said, get in, get in. So he started taking him away from the school with all the guns that he had. And the crazy thing, I don't know if he left any guns in his car, but the guy who was supposed to shoot the school, he had all his guns in his car. He had like mad guns, and his stuff was in his trunk. So I don't know if he left any in his car. If the cops check the cars and see that. I don't know how they're gonna unfold this. I don't know what's gonna happen. And they had also a student rapist who's raping mad girls, and they only gave I think only one girl testified for him, and he had what is it? He only got like 3 months probation, but the guy who was a girl's, you need to go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's really, really good. Just be aware if, I guess the new word is triggered in the world. Yeah. If it's sexual abuse, drugs, rape, which is actually the same thing. Suicide obviously is the main thing. That's how the whole thing started. I think probably that's the only thing, but it's just a cool show, and I really like it. It's just, we know these things are happening, and I feel like it doesn't happen as much as that, but like, these TV shows have this school dynamic. I feel like it doesn't really happen in New York. I don't know. It never happened to me. Never happened to my high school, so I don't really know. I guess they had popular kids, but I probably was theater kids, but I was theater kids, so I don't really know. Like, so 1 year was a Christian kids was popular in the school, but that was the year after I left. I heard. I don't really know. That's what I heard when I after. But I feel like the dynamic of how things go. I feel like people have different groups, but it's because you just have your friends. Like, I don't feel like anybody was better than the other. I don't know how it goes, but most of the well-known kids in my school at the time I went to in Queens was theater kids, and that's because theater kids do the shows, and they tend to skip class. Not really skip class, but because we do the show and rehearse, you have to be in certain classes and things like that. So people think we got away with murder with that one. So yeah, I don't really think the dynamic of like how to pop. I don't know if that really happened. I think that stuff probably happened like more in the South to me, because like example, you know how they say, oh, every year people got yearbooks and stuff. That don't be happening in New York. But my one guy I know, he came from, I think it was Florida. He went to school in, and they said every year they have a yearbook. I'm like, every year you have a yearbook? He's like, yeah. Y'all don't do that. I'm like, we don't do that in New York. You get a yearbook when you're a senior. And I said, you don't get in your yearbook every single year. First of all, who got money for that with your house? Basically, your apartment rent is the same as paying for a mortgage. Who paying for a yearbook? People struggling just to pay for a yearbook for their seniors. But if you have 4 or 5 kids, that's back to back money in your pocket. So I think this kind of some of these stereotypes and how schools are set up, I think is mostly in the South. And I feel like most of those shootings happen. Not only in the South, but I feel like it don't happen in New York like that. Probably it doesn't, just covering it when I don't hear about it. I don't watch the news, but I feel like these stuff really don't happen like that. I think like it was Flushing High School when a kid had brought a gun to school, like over 9 years ago, something like that. It was Flushing. It was some high school when a kid had brought a gun to school. It happens in like people bring guns, but I don't really hear about like mass shootings like how I be hearing on the news for other places. So maybe it happens, prove me wrong, but I don't really watch the news like that, but I don't be hearing about it. But yeah, it was an awesome show, and I feel like it really brings to light a lot of issues. And when this girl I was talking to, one of my people was saying like they should show this stuff in high school, but then she's saying they wouldn't show this stuff in high school. They can't even have a word with the N word in it. They're not gonna show this kind of stuff in high school. It's kind of, some of the things kind of crazy, but it makes you really show you how your words can really hurt and how your actions. And they had a thing with her picture going around. I think it was a picture going around of her kissing this other. I'm confused because she kissed 2 girls. At one point, she kissed a black girl and then this Chinese looking girl, or I think she was actually Korean, a Korean looking girl. I don't know, whatever. But and at the end, why did the guy who almost shoot up the guy who almost shoot up the dance? The jocks, I don't know if I said this part before, but they put up I felt it in my booty when it happened. They was beating him up, and I felt like Amadou Diallo, I think that's the one who had to plunge up his butt. Lord have mercy. And they covered his mouth, and his booty was bleeding. And they put the mop stick, my booty was clenched. I mean, when I say clenched, I felt so bad for this kid. Like, Oh my god! And I know it wasn't real because, you know, it's a show, but I'm like, and they also actually had an after show on how like stuff like this happens to guys all the time because they're so embarrassed to people that know about it. They don't tell nobody, and I'm like, this is crazy, and like, and it's not fair, and it's just wrong. Honestly, it was just, oh my god, that part between this isn't even crying nothing, but the part when the girl killed her, the main character killed herself, and she comes back in the show like, because you know it's flashback moments, and the reason why they have 13 Reasons Why also, she gave a tape and she recorded her voice before she died, obviously. And then she gave it to this guy, and he had 13 people in the tape got to hear the 13th reason why and about how they contribute to her life, killing herself, basically. And I'm surprised the rapist didn't get the tapes, but that's a different story. But I think it was one about him though, about what happened in the whatever. So and he raped this other, the damn rapist. And the funny thing, the guy looked like a daggone rapist, like a meathead rapist. That's what he looks like. But so whoever cast that role cast it really good. So that's how I think the name came about, because it's like old time fashion taste. They had to find a tape player and put it in, and I'm making at one point they put it into digital copy, and they end up putting the thing on the internet. So the guy who loved her before she died sent a digital copy, so everybody in the school got to hear it after a while in the second season. So girl, boy, germs and everything. It was crazy. Like, it was really crazy how this all went down. And when you watch this, you gotta really think, are the words and the actions that you're doing and saying affecting somebody? And if it's affecting somebody to really go out and kill themselves or kill other people or kill you, maybe you should stop. Because do you want to die because you said something stupid? Like, you said somebody's shoes look ugly, or they look poor, or look homeless, or nothing like that? I don't feel like it's worth it to die over that. You feel me? Yes, Ace. Hold on, I'm doing a video, okay? Hold on. Yeah, girl. So, I mean, guys, whatever. So yeah. I'm doing a video. Be quiet, Stacy. Oh, son. She be knowing. I don't be understand. I wonder if they can hear you because it's on live, but nobody's watching right now. But yeah, guys, this is like, it's so real, and it's just crazy. Just remember that your words, and tell your children. I doubt children watch my videos, to be honest. Tell your children just to really watch what they say and how they say it and who they're hurting, because it might come back and bite them in the behind, or you can just lose your life over something stupid. So just tell them to be more responsible, tell them to be more careful, tell them to be more, just be better humans, so we can take care of each other. And the show in general is honestly awesome, and I love it. And you should watch it. If you haven't watched 13 Reasons Why, you definitely should watch that show on Netflix, because it's awesome. If you can't afford Netflix, get a friend's password. If you have the box from Amazon, or the fire stick, you could definitely watch it there. You'd be good to go. If it's jailbroke though, you know, yeah, you understand what I mean. And really watch it and really see how things. Whoever wrote this show is awesome. I'm sorry, this thing like this and like Law and Order and things like that, I'll be loving it. But yeah, bye guys, love you, blessed and highly favored. Yes, Stacy girl.